again and again, we must rise to the majestic heights of meeting physical force with soul force. The marvelous new militancy which has engulfed Negro communities must not lead us to distrust all white people. For many of our white brothers, as evidenced by their presence here today, have come to realize their destiny is tied up with our destiny. They have come to realize that their freedom is inextricably bound to our freedom. We cannot walk alone, and as we walk, we must not make pledge to that we shall always march ahead. We cannot turn back. There are those who are asking, the devotees of civil rights, when will you be satisfied? We can never be satisfied as long as the Negro is the victim of the unspeakable horrors of police brutality. We can never be satisfied as long as our bodies, heavy with the fatigue of travel, cannot gain lodging in the motels, highways, and hotels of the cities. We cannot be satisfied as long as the Negro basic mobility is from a smaller ghetto to a larger one. We can never be satisfied as long as our children are stripped of their adulthood and robbed from their dignity by signs stating for whites only. We cannot be satisfied as long as the Negro in Mississippi cannot vote, and the Negro in New York believes he has nothing for which to vote. No, we are not satisfied, and we will not be satisfied until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. I am not mindful that some of you have come here out of great trials and tribulation. Some of you have come fresh from narrow jail cells. Some of you have come from areas where your quest for freedom left you battered by the storms of persecution and staggered by the winds of police brutality. You have been the veterans of creative suffering. Continue to work with the faith that unearned sufferings is redemptive. Go back to Mississippi. Go back to Alabama. Go back to South Carolina. Go back to Georgia. Go back to Louisiana. Go back to the slums and ghettos and of our northern cities, knowing that somehow, this situation can and will be changed. Let us not wallow in the valley of despair.
Follow the drinking gourd, follow the drinking gourd, for the old man coming for to carry you to freedom if you follow the drinking gourd. For the old man's coming for to carry you to freedom if you follow the drinking gourd. Okay. So who would sing a song like that after what we were discussing? Come on, citizens to be. Who? Don't be afraid to be wrong. Say something. I'm not talking to myself here. Come on. Yes. Slay. Thank you. Yes. Yes. That is another Negro spiritual. Slay. Okay, now why would they sing that song? Anyone?
Oh, for freedom?
Nice. Okay, here's the question. What is a drinking gourd? Anybody know what a drinking gourd is? Vincent.
A water fountain?
Very close, and that's Genesis said a water fountain. A water fountain. And a drinking gourd is basically that because slaves couldn't afford, they didn't make any money, to buy one of those fancy metal dippers to drink water from. So they had to use a hollowed out gourd to drink from. But that's not the only thing that song meant. Because there was such a fear for slaves to become educated, to be in groups together. This led Master fear to revolts. What they did allow were singing, were songs for the slaves to sing. So what would happen is, there was something called the Underground Railroad. Anybody familiar with the Underground Railroad in your reading? Thank you. Okay. Ms. Claudette, can you tell us what an Underground Railroad is?
Well, from what I recollect, it's not really a railroad, you know, but there was a woman and she would take the slaves to freedom, and she carried a box, and in her box she had two things in her box, and one of the things in her box was a Bible, and the other thing in her box was a gun, and so she carried a gun. So if any of the slaves, they, decide they want to go back, she's going to shoot them. Because that means her life is in danger because,
Because
she's
she
doing
gave
it.
herself.
Yeah, she's doing it for them.
It's very dangerous. Very good. Very
Thank
good
you.
letter. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Also, so, Harriet Tubman, right?
Yeah.
Was a famous conductor on the Underground Railroad. And what she did is she would teach the slaves songs that were called encoded songs. So they would have messages encoded. So a drinking gourd was actually code for the Little Dipper. It was the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper. Okay? So the Little Dipper is pointed to the North Star. So if you follow the drinking gourd, you'll follow the North Star. And where did the slaves want to go?
Freedom.
North, thank you. Freedom. Exactly. Freedom. So, when the sun comes back and the first whale calls, follow the drinking gourd. What could that be signifying? What time of year is that she could be talking about? When the first quail calls, when the sun comes back. Anyone?
Spring.
Very good. I heard spring. Anybody else? Anybody agree with Shamus? Yes? Yes. Spring. Because that's when you could see the stars. That's when you could see the drinking gourd. That was the time of year that they would leave. Okay? Now, on the riverbank makes a very true road. Why would they say the riverbank? Anyone? Well, they were talking about it making a great road because when it was frozen, which is in the winter, because it would take spring to the next spring to get to the river that they needed to cross on, it would be frozen. So when it's frozen is when it's good to cross on a nice road. Okay? So what are you doing?
Sitting in the back of the bus.
Oh, really?
The Nicholas brothers, the four step brothers, they're here with me tonight.
My name is Sammy Davis Jr.
why did I have to perform on stage, but yet I had to come to the back door? But it was okay for the time period. Oh, I got uncles too, the World Masters in Trio. I forgot to tell you about them. They're in the back trying to get dressed right now. We're gonna be all right.
I say to you today, my friends, even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with heat of injustice, sweltering with heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream. I have a dream that one day in Alabama, with its vicious racist, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interpossession and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and white girls are sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day.
coming and we must hide.
Very good, very good. Very good, because we talked about the roads being riverbanks that are frozen. But sometimes, very good, they would have to hide in the rivers when they weren't frozen because of the dogs that would be after them, so that they would lose the scent. In order to lose the scent of the dogs, they would have to hide in the water. Very good, very good. Anyone else? Way in the water. Very good. What are you doing?
Trying to vote.
Wave your hands like you're doing. How you feeling this evening? Awesome? I'm gonna have a good time, alright? You know my forefathers paved the way for me to be here? Now as a star, look at my name, and lights, great, would you ever believe that? And I even can do television without being a butler. I can be who I am. So this dance that I'm going to do, I'm going to dedicate it to all of the great legends that came and paved the way for me. this will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with a new meaning. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the hiking Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill in Mississippi. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And when this happens, when we allow freedom to ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, thank God Almighty, we're free at last. Those are the words of Dr. Martin Luther King, delivered more than 50 years ago at the end of his prophetic I Have a Dream speech. And today, like the leaves of different trees blown on the winds of freedom and gathered into the garden of this great nation, we are that dream. Like the leaves of different trees blown on the winds of freedom and gathered into this classroom, we are that dream.
At this time, we would like you all to stand with us so we can sing that Negroes. Yes, every voice. It should be in your voice.
Let every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, free with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of faith that the dawn has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Face the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.